You know, you already know it's me. Oh my goodness, I'm back for you. All right, so let's get back into this. What we're going to do now is we're going to set up a color in our swatches. We're going to remove some swatches and make it look clean so that we don't confuse ourselves with the colors that we want to use. I like to work in a limited palette. I only like to have the colors that I need or that I'm actually working on in my project. So what I'm going to do, this will also stop you from making crazy mistakes and just adding colors that you don't need just because you see them. Yeah, you don't want to do that. All right, so let's click on our swatches panel. We're going to activate it. We navigate it to it. So when I say navigate, what I'm talking about, hey, let's navigate and move over to wherever it is, and then we activate it by clicking on it and so forth and so on. So they can be used interchangeable as well. All right, so if we look in our swatches panel, we have all of these default panels that InDesign defaults, like none, registration, paper, and black. The reason they have those brackets around them is because they cannot be deleted. They are InDesign natives. There's nothing you can do about them. They are staying regardless. So those, when you see the ones with the brackets, it just means, hey, that's staying here, pal. Cool. Good luck trying to get rid of me because you can't. That's kind of what it's saying to us. I know, right? What? Such smart mouthness. All right. But the ones we can get rid of, it also gives us the CMYK. CMYK is black. And it gives us the RGB values. And those are the values that you see right here. So we're going to get rid of those because we don't need them. Okay. We can easily select them all and delete them. But there's another way that we can do this. So if we go to the panel menu, panel options menu, over here you see it to the right. It's got like a little list. There are like 4 lines. Do you guys see that right there where my mouse is? Yes. I like to call it a flyout menu, but that's not its actual name. All right, but anyway, let's click in here. And when we click into the menu, if we scroll down toward the middle, you'll see select all unused. You guys see that? Go ahead and click that. And it's going to select any ones that weren't used. And for some reason, it thinks that I used cyan. I did not. So I'm actually going to add that to it. So anytime if it doesn't give you all of them, you can just click again and click and grab. I have no idea why it's thinking, oh, is my InDesign going crazy? I think my InDesign is going crazy. It's like, hey, you haven't used me all week and now you want to use me? It is. Oh, y'all know how that is. Sometimes the programs need a rest. Okay, finally. Goodness gracious. It's like pulling teeth. Oh, I know why it thinks it used it because, yeah, no. Anyway, all right, so I select all unused. Now, I may get an extra option because it's thinking I used the color before, which I did not, but that's okay. All right, so I'm going to select all. I'm going to click the trash can. And for me, see, it's saying delete swatches. It's asking me, what do I want to replace it with? And I'm just going to go for the default. The default is always black, and I just choose OK. And now it deleted them, and they're gone. Yay! So awesome. All right, so the next thing that we want to do, oh, I showed you, we clicked the trash can to delete, right? My mind is like, oh, you didn't show them that, but I think I did. But if I did not, when you have them selected, you click the trash can and you delete it, and they're gone. They go away. Voila, like magic, they're gone. All right, so the next thing that we want to do is we're going to remove the stroke and add a fill, right? So we're going to go over here to our swatches panel and notice how this right here, the top one is your fill, the bottom one is your stroke. Top is fill, bottom is stroke. So we need to activate the stroke, so we want to get rid of it. And this one that says none, you see it with a slash through it, go ahead and click that. So notice how now the stroke sits here with a slash through it. That means there's no color or anything associated with that, and that's what we want. So that's pretty cool. Yay. All right. So what we're going to do now is we're going to give a color to the fill. But if you try to double click from here in the swatches panel, it does nothing for you but select that swatch. So in order to change the color, we actually have to go over here to the left inside of our tools panel. This one will, once we double click on this one, it'll give us the color picker. So let's go ahead and double click it and we get the color picker, and this is what we wanted. See? So you have to do this from the tools panel. Make sense? it does to me. I hear you guys saying, yeah. You said, yeah, it makes sense. That's what I'm talking about, right? Yeah, it makes sense. All right. So in R, we're going to hit 3. So I'm going to tab to the next one. I'm hitting the tab key. All right. So for R, I hit 3. I hit tab. It takes me down to the G value, which is green. I'm going to choose the value of 103 as it says in the demo. I'm going to tab down one more time. For the blue values, I'm going to put 147. Okay. So I have for red, I have 3, green 103, and blue I have 147. And I made sure they're in the RGB area because that's where we want it there. So you should be in the RGB area. If you have successfully done that, go ahead and click Add RGB Swatch. And your swatch shows up over here. We can go ahead and click OK. So now we have our swatches. What? We have the swatches, guys. The swatches here. All right. I'm going to go ahead and end this one here so that it is short and sweet. And when I come back, we'll go into our layer. And then we'll draw out the color backgrounds and stuff like that. So I will see you guys in a few later taters.